G'day world, Chris Hogan coming to you live from Surfers Paradise for the ISR training event here at Novotel. And I have with me Ryan Tuckwood.
Correct, yes.
Co-founder of ISR. How are you, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. Thanks for coming along.
Thanks for asking me, mate. So what's happening here tonight?
So tonight we've got 6 of Gold Coast's most successful entrepreneurs over the last decade. They're going to come and open up. We're calling it Entrepreneurs, the Real Stories. So we're going to get dirty. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty, all things business. It's not as glamorous as some people make out to be. So we're going to hopefully open up people's eyes to the pros and cons of entrepreneurship and going out and starting your own business, and hopefully give them a bit of guidance along the way as well.
Absolutely. It's a huge challenge that not everybody is, I guess, strong enough to undertake.
Yeah, good word.
Yeah, and I use that word lightly in some respects, because it's not about physical strength. It's often about mental strength.
For sure.
So, ISR, how long have you guys been around?
So we started back in 2014. Myself and Jack broke away with a bit of a mission, really, sole mission to kind of change the perception of sales around the globe and prove that you don't need to lie, bully, manipulate to make a sale or either be successful in business. So I was going to say the majority, but I think every single client or speaker tonight we've actually been training over the last few years. So that's testament, hopefully, to what we do and the growth that they've had as well.
Absolutely, I would say that it is.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, you've had quite a few successes recently, and I guess the one that everybody likes to talk about is the Shark Tank
Yes.
appearance and investors coming on board. But before that, what were some of the successes that you felt that you had that, you know, maybe you had a I made it moment?
Yeah, okay. For me, more so on a personal level, I'm technically challenged at the best of times. So I didn't own a computer till I started this organisation at the age of just over 36 now. I brought the MacBook that I use today to actually start the business. So from that perspective, I've overcome a lot of personal hurdles. I always felt that I was good individually with people, communication sort of skills. But to have the confidence in my ability as a business owner to actually step out of my comfort zone and challenge myself on a day-to-day basis, that's major hurdles that I've overcome and I'm pretty proud of. From a business perspective, I think scaling at pace is scary, exciting, but really, really hard. You actually take on board. We've literally doubled our size, our team, in the last 6 months, and you take on board new staff members. They come with their own problems and hurdles and challenges, and then you've got the human resources element to business as well. So that's been tough, but we've been quite strategic in the way we recruited. We only recruit people that have come through our process, so they're a product of the process. They fully immerse themselves in the training, and then they've seen the results. So when they're actually promoting our business, they're representing the brand in the right light. So I think a lot of businesses that we speak to and deal with, they do struggle with that. They struggle recruiting the right personnel, stepping away from the business. I was an engineer back in the UK before I moved over here, bit of an OCD freak, focused on the 1%ers. So being able to let go and understand that I need to let other people do certain aspects of the business that I'm not very good at, as opposed to trying to learn everything, stay in my lane and pay other people to do the things that they're good at.
Yeah, that's quite a few challenges you've just itemised there. So, what's one of the, I guess, common occurring challenges that you find even now is something that you have to overcome, maybe on a weekly, daily, or monthly basis?
For us as a business, believe it or not, our biggest challenge is people not believing they're in sales. So I know that's kind of a strange sort of phenomenon, because without sales, business fails is a bit of a phrase that we stole from Steve Baxter. But you need to drive revenue into your business, but there's a stigma around the word sales. So when you say to people, hey, we're sales negotiation trainers, they're like, no, I don't want to learn how to sell. I don't want to be a salesperson. I was that person. I had all the preconceived misconceptions of salespeople back in 2010 when I first fell into it. What I realized was it is a process, it is a formula, it is something that can be learned. And if you're doing it with the right integrity and you've got a product or process or service, that you actually believe in, you're actually doing people a disservice by not learning these skills. So helping people to understand that it's okay to be in sales, it's okay to learn these skills, and when you do, you're actually going to help more people in the long run. That's been a bit of a challenge.
Cool. And what about you personally? So I'm a big believer that we need to support each other in business, especially founders and fellow CEOs, because the mental health challenge is real.
For sure.
And maybe there's something that keeps you up at night. What is that?
My newborn baby in 7 weeks' time at the minute is my sole focus, to be honest.
Oh, it's not even here yet. It's keeping you up.
Yeah, I'm dreaming about him. I'm super excited, in all honesty. But yeah, like juggling everything. I've got 3 businesses. I think it's well publicised. Myself and Jack own a real estate investment company as well, and then I own a hair and beauty salon with my wife. So juggling all of that whilst expecting a baby on the way as well, I don't really know what to expect from that. Does it keep me up at night? I get excited by it. I used to be a very conservative person. I'd never take any risks. I think that was the way that I got brought up, just play it safe. I used to be obsessed with hold on to the last couple of $1,000s that I got in my bank instead of thinking, well, what if I invest it or invest in me? What could happen? Since I've started taking a few risks, it's started to pay off. So,
Cool.
to answer the question, but
Close enough. So, marketing for your business, what does that look like?
Shark Tank has obviously been something that we're obviously going to leverage from. The upside on the back of that has been phenomenal. Prior to that, we were, and we still do it really, we're consistently giving value add. So we believe in give your customer more than they expect to get. So there's a lot of promotional videos and content that we put out across YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and so on and so forth. We always say show people, don't tell people. So don't tell people how good and fantastic you are, show them, give them a little bit of a taster, and that's worked really well for us over the years. Obviously, since we've had a little bit of money thrown at us from 3 of Australia's brightest minds, we've gone all in, predominantly on Facebook and Instagram, and we're probably generating about 85 to 100 leads a day through those mediums at the moment.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's actually, so video has been a strong focus of yours.
Yeah.
Now, why is that?
Because I got told that we need to do it initially. It took me probably about 2.5 years before I stood in front of the camera. I'm quite a vain person at the best of times, but I didn't feel comfortable putting content out. I'm sure there'll be a few viewers that maybe feel the
Video
same.
definitely makes you more vain.
Yeah.
Vanity is real.
Yeah. And as an engineer, then I'm also criticising myself. I'm looking for the 1%er. So I think forgetting about getting it perfect and just focusing on having progress and delivering something valuable to the market, that's been brilliant. But from a video perspective, the amount of people that come to us and say, hey, I watched your vlog on Friday night, I've seen some of your content on YouTube, I watched one of your videos on Facebook, I feel like I already know you. People like you, they listen, but if they trust, they'll do business with you. So you're already building levels of trust before you even actually meet these people properly. So for me, video has changed the game for us. It's been unbelievable.
Sure. So once they've come through, they've watched the video, distributed via social media, you're getting those leads through. Yeah. How do you choose your ideal customer?
Yeah, I think firstly the terminology of your question is perfect because there's 2 stages of business. At the start where you take everybody, and then in a few years in when you've got your reputation, you've got the runs on the board, you can actually pick and choose who you work with. Fortunately, we're in the second category now, but it wasn't always like that. Cheers Jack. Yeah, thanks. That's my business partner. We're in a fortunate position now where we can pick and choose who we work with. So what we've created, without getting too preachy on our products and services, is a really simple 10-step sales process. We call it the negotiation ladder. Starts with an introduction and it goes into a discovery. Our agents we call them growth managers. Their job is purely to ascertain if we can assist you in some way, shape or form. So if you're not converting enough leads, if your average transaction value is low, if your sales cycle is long, we'll look to reduce that sales cycle, increase your average transaction value, increase your conversions. And at that stage, we will ask you if you would like our advice or opinion on what the best route to take is. That's pretty much our approach.
Fantastic. Is there any values that come into play with regards to the companies that you're working with, their core values, maybe what they stand for, sustainability, all the rest of it? Do you ever talk to them about that sort of things to make sure you are the right fit?
Yeah, perfect. So it's all part of the discovery. So we got 5 to 12 sort of, we call them big picture questions, where you go primary, secondary, tertiary, get really under the surface with your questioning. But values are everything for us. I mean, we've, as I think you know, our sales methodology is called SWISH, selling with integrity and selling honestly. And with all due respect to the Gold Coast, it's got a little bit of a reputation for having a few shady characters. So really,
sunny place, shady people, but it's getting a lot better. I've been here for 20 years, man, and it's a lot better than it was 20 years ago.
And then you say you're a sales coach from the Gold Coast, and their sales defenses go through the roof. So I think making sure that we pick and choose correctly, because there's no point us teaching people these skills. They go forth, they go and make loads more sales, loads more money, and they're actually doing other people a disservice. Yeah. We don't need to do that. Definitely picking and choosing. Fantastic. Thanks for your time, Ryan. How do people stay abreast of what you're up to individually? On an individual level, you can add me on LinkedIn, just Ryan Tuckwood. Tuckwood is my surname. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm pretty much across all of it now. I'm not the best at using it all, but I work LinkedIn probably more so than anything else if people want to add me.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks very much for watching, guys. Plenty more coming to you live from here, Novotel Surface Paradise, for ISR-Training's event tonight on Entrepreneurs, the Real Stories. Cheers.